The original bulldog of the Corleone Empire, Luca was essential for Vito, single-handedly ending the Olive Oil War after going on a killing spree, only ending the rampage after Vito calls him off. Completely fearless, able to operate on his own, and with something of a death wish, Luca, due to his horrifying backstory which I've discussed in another video, is the only man to make even Don Vito nervous. Having already attempted to take his own life, he is given a second lease when he begins working for Vito, who he is unshakably loyal to. As Solozzo knew, taking out Luca Brasi was essential if one wants to make a move against Vito, because the alternative is Luca coming after you. He is definitely the more effective enforcer. It's just his unstableness that makes him a wild card. Even if you're on the same team, you're not safe. It's alleged he killed a Corleone soldier simply for making the family look bad. It's difficult to envisage him being as loyal to Michael as he was to Vito, and the entire underworld was afraid of him, leading to the question as to whether Michael would even want him around. Both he and Neri are technically enforcers, but the novel describes both men as special, that they ascend the label of family enforcer to become something more. But with Brasi, unless he's put on the shelf, bought out for special occasions, he doesn't really come off as someone who would last a long time in the Corleone family, as he'd get himself killed in some violent confrontation somewhere down the line. This is something Neri has over Luca, who is still working with Michael decades later in the third film. Al is the replacement for Luca, a former police officer who was kicked off the force and spared a prison sentence when the Corleone stepped in. This made Neri a grateful and loyal bodyguard for Michael, eventually becoming chief lieutenant. Neri's mild look is highly deceptive and hides a violent nature, which he channels for his kills, which includes the important and highly difficult execution of Don Barzini on the steps at the climax of the first movie. Al and Michael are of similar age. They have both a disillusionment of the American criminal justice system, and both have similar roots, being Sicilian and serving in the Marines and the police force respectively. There is a commonality there, strengthened by Neri's loyalty and competence. Kay, Fredo, Tessio, Carlo, Pentangeli, Chichi, and maybe even Rocco all betrayed Michael one way or another. And Neri was the last man standing from the early days of Michael's reign, who remained loyal, even surpassing Michael's reign and carrying out a hit for his successor, Vincent. In the book, it is he who takes out Mo Green. In a deleted scene, he shakes down a rival hotel owner, and he has the private, dark task of taking out Fredo at the lake. Al is a much more comfortable person to have around than Luca. He can be used for stealth missions, blend in unassumed in the background, make independent decisions and snap into action when required, giving him a blend of all the best traits needed in a bodyguard and enforcer.